Marnie, can you tell us about yourself, how long you've been officiating, and maybe about the swimmers that you have here at ABSC?
Sure. Marnie Yeomans. I've been officiating about 5 years. The children are involved. I've got a 16-year-old, I've got a 10-year-old, and then a 7-year-old that's starting. And I have always wanted to volunteer in some capacity because sitting in the stands, it does make me micromanage my child. It's better for me to actually be involved. And the team really needed officials. We need officials to run the meets. I actually enjoy the stroke and turn officiating more than I did the timing. So volunteer at every meet that I can.
I'm David Kennedy. I've been an official for several years. Can't remember exactly how many. We've got 3 swimmers at ABSC between 13 and 18. So we've been doing this for a while. And I didn't have any previous experience with swimming, but the kids started with Summer League. And
David, why did you start officiating?
well, I think for me, there's a part of it selfish because I get kind of bored sitting in the stands. 3 kids, we're here all day. So I was timing all the sessions and just enjoyed timing. And I was talking to one of the officials one day, and they said, you know, we could use some more officials, and I honestly didn't know anything about it and started. So I was timing all the time anyway, and then the opportunity to learn more about the sport and get a little more involved in the team seemed interesting, and it has been interesting to continue to learn about the different levels of officiating, strokes, the job as starter, and being closer to the kids. I mean, I like being closer to the water. My kids are on deck with me, and I've enjoyed the group that we work with, so it's a big challenge to come back season after season.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I can't just sit in the stands and watch. The team needed officials, and I know a little bit about the sport, so I gave it a try, and the training was great and easy, and I learned a lot of things that I didn't know already, and still every time I officiate I learn something new, but it's a lot more interesting than timing, and we have a great group of officials that are all, you know, friends, and it can be fun. So
I think that's part of it that I've enjoyed the whole time, is you don't just learn it and you're done. It's a constant learning experience.
Can you tell us how it felt the first time you had to DQ a swimmer and what that's like?
Sure, yeah, it definitely is kind of a scary thing when you start. You don't want to hurt feelings, and there are some little ones who really don't know the strokes, you know, 100% yet, and there are some technicalities that they'll mess up sometimes. So that is kind of a hard part, but honestly, it's helping them. This is the only way they're going to learn to swim the strokes correctly. The coaches are encouraging about it, and I think most of the parents are as well. They want their kids to swim correctly, and so yeah, it's part of it, making them better swimmers.
David?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first time you're out there, it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but you do have to keep in mind you're doing a job and you're helping. The whole point is to help the swimmers, help the coaches identify where they're having challenges. Ironically, the first person I had to DQ was my oldest. He was very excited about that. And then the kids learned that, well, Dad's going to DQ them too. And so I said, well, just swim it correctly and you won't get DQ'd. So,